Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Hope you're having an awesome day today. I want to tell you a quick story, and we'll do this one pretty fast. It's a story that I meant to tell you at the beginning of part one for the last three-parter here for the 10 laws of follow-up. And I love this story only because it really sets the tone for how you need to look at the world. And I'll tell it to you. Here we go. Ready? This episode's brought to you by brillianttribe.com. Check us out. That's where I help you grow your business, coaching, community building, social media, all that good stuff. Check us out at brillianttribe.com. I call this the human nature story, but Charlie Munger calls this the teacher and the sheep story. The teacher and the sheep story. Pay attention because this is a short one. In a rural school in Texas, a teacher asked the question, if there are 9 sheep in a pen and one jumps out, how many are left? 8, the class responded. But one little boy raised his hand and said, teacher, none of them are left. The teacher laughed. You don't understand arithmetic. And the little boy looked at her and said, no, teacher, you don't understand sheep. And the story is about how sheep function, their behavior. The little boy understood that if one sheep jumps out, the rest are going to follow. And understanding that behavior is the key to the business that we do. We're all real estate agents at some form or another, team, broker, in the real estate world, right? Real estate agents. And our job is to understand human behavior, because that really determines how we're able to function optimally with people and whether or not they're going to use our services. A lot of the times we can't get out of our own way. And I need you to understand how humans function. This is why tonality is so important, right? This is why speaking a certain way is so important. This is why certain processes are extremely important. And this is why also follow-up is extremely important. Human behavior, right? Especially now when we're bombarded by so much information, so many notifications, and it's a consumer that wants immediate gratification. And now with this whole thing in the way with NAR and the buyer-broker agreement, in some cases, that's creating friction. And what does friction do to the consumer? It pushes them away typically. So how do we remove the friction? But again, it goes back to human behavior. So I want you to study human behavior. I want you to be aware of how certain people respond when you say things, when you show up a certain way. And I want you to learn from it. I want you to learn from it so that you can do a much better job the next time. I want you to take notes. I want you to listen to how you speak to people and how they respond. See, this is how we're going to get better in our industry. Because people will tell you, oh yeah, we're salespeople. Yes, we are. That's normal. That's normal. Of course. But deeper than that, we're almost like psychologists. We deal with so many different people, but we have to understand human behavior in order to move forward in a positive direction and gain momentum and make money, closing transactions. A lot of you do a good job understanding human behavior, but I want you to go further. I want you to expand the type of people you work with because you've gotten so great at it. I can tell you, for me personally, I always had the biggest challenge dealing with engineers. Oh my gosh. Like analytical so badly, right? But it took a long time for me to finally be able to work with them well, very well. In fact, I love working with them now. And so for you, keep this at the front. You and your job revolves around studying, understanding, and getting better at human behavior. And sometimes it's just looking inward and saying, how did I respond to that? How can I get better? We'll talk again.